It's time for the Ryan Haywood Show. Join us each week as we go inside Loogootee Lion basketball with Loogootee Lion head coach Ryan Haywood on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
Get your family the perfect Christmas gift, the gift of the past treasured memories. Give your loved ones copies of videos, films, and audios of loved ones on DVD or digital files. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. That's 812-630-2449 for that perfect Christmas gift.
It's the Ryan Haywood Show. I'm Greg Bateman, and Coach, you opened up with 3 games, and I'm not sure you could pick 3 teams that the style would be any different from game to game. Talk about, if you would, a little bit, the North Davies game, and then your performance through the Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, the North Davis game, we knew, first of all, it might be the worst matchup for us to start the season with when you got a new squad. And just because, it's just a more deliberate kind of slow game. But I didn't think we executed very well in the 3-2 zone. That worked. We wanted to kind of shorten the game a little bit. They missed some shots. We didn't rebound very well, and then offensively we were as bad execution-wise as you could possibly be. So I knew that had a lot to do with it being the first game and having some new guys on the floor and jitters and whatnot. So we kind of turned the book on that pretty quickly.
And then Hauser and Evansville Christian, again, 2 teams very dissimilar in styles and talent. Hauser, you certainly took care of business. Evansville Christian did as well, but you had a little more work to do in that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if I say Evansville Christian, and this, no disrespect to Hauser, they're just in a different spot in their program right now than we are. They're young, and they're going to be very good here in a few years. But they were the perfect game for us at number 2. We needed to get right, kind of get our flow a little bit game, and we were able to do that. And then that night game, Evansville Christian's a good ball club, really nice player in Dunham. I was happy that we had that 11-point lead. I almost threw up watching the film that we blew the 11-point lead. That's the opposite of Loogootee basketball and what we need to be. But to our kids' credit, we made enough plays down the stretch. We found the heart, to pull that thing off, to get it back into overtime, and then to win it in overtime.
From a coaching perspective, you had one game that was lopsided, but I'm guessing, particularly since you got the win, you'd much rather have a game as competitive as that Evansville Christian game as another one like Hauser.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we need early in the year, and we're going to see. We're going to see some more here early in the season. We got a little tough stretch here to start the year, and I'm excited to see how this team, builds from game to game. I feel like we have a pretty good stepping stone as far as, knowing what we need to get better at throughout the season. And this week we've talked a lot about toughness, being hard-nosed, being physical. I feel like, most games so far this year, including our scrimmage with Jasper, we were the least physical team, the lesser of the 2 teams physical-wise, and that's just not going to get us where we need to be. We've got to be hard-nosed, physical, rebounding, defense, all those things. So we'll see if it carries over to the weekend.
Yeah, you only have 3 games in, and I know you'll feel like a little bit more about your team after this week. But through 3 games, what have you learned about your ball club?
Like I said from the get-go, I like the personality of this group, and I've liked them all since I've been here. But they're just competitive. I feel like they stay the course, pretty even-keeled, not too high, not too low most of the time. But they're very coachable. I mean, we came in yesterday. We gave them Monday off, and we came in yesterday, and boy, we got after them. And they probably were thinking, "What in the world's going on? We won Saturday 2 games. Why are they coming in here and just all over us?" But to their credit, they were very coachable. They responded. They did everything we wanted them to do, and we brought them into the locker room afterwards. We told them, boys, watch the jockey in the Kentucky Derby. When they're coming down that back stretch, they're not petting that horse, are they? Sometimes they're going to get after that backside a little bit and see how they respond. And I was really happy with the way our kids responded. And it's our job to kind of push them, to get to, we're early in the year, but we need to keep heading the direction that by the end of the year, we can be where we want to be. We don't want to be complacent because we won 2 games on a Saturday afternoon.
We know Peyton's going to get his points, but you have to be somewhat pleased with the balance of the ball club offensively so far.
I'm thrilled. One of my big concerns was where we're going to have enough guys to knock down shots around those guys. And John Whitworth's been fantastic knocking them down. Isaac Eagle has knocked them down. Drew Walker at times has knocked them down. So, we've had a lot of guys, step up and make big shots. And we talked about this before, they're going to pay a lot of attention to Peyton and to Luke, and we got to have guys that make them pay. And Isaac Eagle, 22 points against Hauser, great job. John Whitworth's knocked him down all year for us. Huge three in the corner against Evansville Christian, or we don't win the game. So, I've been really happy with those guys, and Parker's played very well. Parker's done a real nice job for us. So, I'm excited and happy, where we're at right now, but we have a long way to go.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Get your family the perfect Christmas gift, the gift of the past treasured memories. Give your loved ones copies of videos, films, and audios of loved ones on DVD or digital files. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. That's 812-630-2449 for that perfect Christmas gift.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
And then this weekend, Wood Memorial and Jasper. Jasper in particular, a very physical team, as we know. We saw in the scrimmage. Is it? I know you played 2 games in 2 days, but this early in the season, do you also like 2 games in 2 nights within 24 hours?
Yeah, I don't mind it. That's what we're doing this for, I think. And the kids would rather play than practice. So, Wood Memorial plays very hard. New coach, Coach Schoonover, who I'm familiar with. He was at Boonville when I was at Princeton. But, he's a high-energy guy that's going to get his kids to play hard. And, he's probably pumping up to them. You got the number 3 team in the state. You can go into their house, knock them off, and they're going to give us everything we want. And then Jasper is very, very good. They knocked off Bosse last night. And Bosse has a good team this year. So they're very physical. I mean, I thought we've made some progress in the weight room, which we have, but we look like little kids compared to some of those guys. I mean, they're big, strong, physical kids. So, but we saw them in the scrimmage, and it's nothing, that if we execute, you block out, you do certain things that you should do. I mean, we can be right there in the ball game.
If there's an area of improvement that you're going to have as the season goes along, what might stand out?
Well, we've got to execute better in certain situations, and I'll take the blame. We've worked all week this week on, at least for 5 or 10 minutes each practice, on, what kind of delay game are we going to have? Is it going to be the 3-out 2-under that that we've ran, Loogootee's run for years, or a circle action or a 5-out action, or what's going to be our go-to when we've got an 11-point lead with 7 minutes to go. That thing cannot go away. And even in the first half, we ran a little bit of clock, but then, our execution and getting into a set was not very, we got it stolen from us, give up a layup right at the half. So we've got to we don't want to hold the ball. We've got a team that likes to get up and down and play, but there's got to be certain situations where in the quarter, in the game, when you got a lead, whatever it might be, that we're composed enough, that we can execute well enough, and that we've practiced it enough that we can kind of in the game or in the quarter the way we want to.
Defensively, where do you feel like your ball club is right now?
We've gotten better. This week I think we've gotten better in practice, and we've emphasized, like I said, hard-nosed, toughness, whatnot. I thought we were pretty. I mean, like we said, we played the 3-2 a lot the first game of the year, and so it's a little bit of a gimmick, I guess. Just trying to not trick them, but give them a different look, maybe that they weren't expecting. Threw some 1-2-2 half-court trap, at Hauser there in the first game, and then played straight man until the very end, against Evansville Christian. So maybe where we hang our hat is, we're a team that can do a lot of different things. A team's got to prepare for a half-court trap or a diamond press or man-to-man or a 3-2 or whatever it might be. But whatever it is, we've got to do it with more physicality, more toughness, more hard nose. We can't be the softer team on the floor. And I feel like, including the scrimmage, if you count that as a game, 2, maybe 3 of the 4 games, we've been the softer team on the floor.
All right, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. You've been listening to the Ryan Haywood Show as we go inside Loogootee Lion basketball each week on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.